Well, Ian McInnes is the chief executive of the charity Tear Fund, and he worked on earthquake disaster simulations in Kathmandu to evaluate the city's preparedness. And he joins us now from Auckland, New Zealand. Thanks very much for joining us this morning, Mr. McInnes. First of all, I know you did a lot of work in Kathmandu, but from the pictures you've seen, how prepared was the area for what happened?
Well, there's only so prepared one can be, and a lot of work was put in between 2010, after the Haiti earthquake in Port-au-Prince, and 2013, really over a 3-year period from aid agencies, the UN and the government of Nepal, preparing the country for exactly this event. And at our end, in the humanitarian sector, we were preparing communities and our own apparatus to response to make sure that we tested our systems and looked at how we would run out aid and manage ourselves in a time just like this. That preparation has probably proved essential in saving lives and in helping people through this time, but nothing can really prepare you for what has taken place now.
And you were faced, and today's problems are all part of small, densely built, poor communities, but you were able to help with regard to getting the hospitals more robustly prepared.
Well, that was a decision rightly taken by the government of Nepal. They were retrofitting hospitals. We were in communication with them. But for our end, it was about communities and how they would displace, where they would displace, what they would take with them, and how we would serve them at those times. But we knew it was absolutely essential that hospitals remain functional, and for that matter, schools. So many lives are lost if a school tragically falls, and fortunately it seems this has not been the case. And so it's just essential that critical infrastructure stands, even if the housing stock in a nation like Nepal and Kathmandu is going to come down. And that is just the tragedy of so many poorly built, sadly, brick structures, multi-storey structures. And really there was little we could do about that. There was some work on retrofitting and improving homes, but never, of course, enough for an event like this.
You mentioned Haiti earlier. Of course, that was on a much, much larger scale, but the fear is the death toll here will continue to rise for several more days, of course.
Well, hopefully it won't be on that scale. There was a spectacular number of homes came down in Haiti, 200,000, another 100,000 damaged, and ultimately the loss of life of around 220,000 people. I don't think we'll see anything like that number this time, though of course the number continues to climb and up in the top 2,000s and on bound. And it's really anyone's guess how many people remain under the rubble, and we're really yet to see credible reports out of some of those communities closer to the epicenter, and I'm sure officials are in there now having a look at that. So hopefully the numbers are far less, but it is still, of course, an absolute tragedy for Nepal. Where it was on the Richter scale was a little short of what we had forecast or what we were planning for, and that really is a grace in a way, because it could have been, in fact, worse, and there could have been a lot more residential housing down in Kathmandu despite the disaster we're seeing now, of course, on the screen.
And I know you would be urging for the rescue operation to continue for weeks, because in Haiti people were discovered 27 days afterwards, weren't they?
Well, that was quite staggering. They pulled a man out in Haiti on the 27th day, quite delirious. Really remarkable. The person they had pulled out before him was at the 17th day, and in fact the government of Haiti had shut down the search and rescue operation, and you can't blame them 4 days prior to finding this gentleman. So this is the remarkable thing, and it may well be that people are discovered a long time after the event now in Kathmandu, and so of course search and rescue teams must go on until every stone is turned and every piece of rubble is removed.
Neil McInnes from the charity Tear Fund, we appreciate it.